American Citizenship Handbook, Day 4. An informed citizen is a strong citizen. Welcome to Spin Cycle America. I'm Coach. This isn't about political parties. This is about principle. It's about history, responsibility, freedom, and having honest conversations about the country we all call home. So let's get started. Over the past few days, we've talked about we the people, the Constitution, and the three branches of government. Today, I want to talk to you about something that may be even a little more important. An informed citizen. That's you. That's me. That's everybody out there that's listening to this YouTube channel. Because no matter how well our Constitution is written, no republic can remain strong if its citizens stop learning, stop asking questions, and stop participating. And this is a big problem in today's society. Many people are either uninformed or getting false information from the wrong people or the wrong sources. Today's topic, knowledge is a responsibility. That's your responsibility. That's my responsibility. That's everybody's responsibility out there. One of the greatest privileges of being an American is having the freedom to think for yourself. Can you imagine being in another country where you have your government thinking for you, where you don't get the opportunity to think for yourself, where somebody else is doing your thinking? An informed citizen is the bedrock of the strong democracy. Access to accurate, reliable information empowers you to cast reasoned votes, understand the nuisance of local ballot measures, and hold elected officials accountable, directly protecting society from the dangers of misinterpretation, misrepresentation, and false claims. You see that every day that's out there. We have access to books, historical information, different viewpoints, public meetings, elections, the opportunity to ask questions. Can you imagine some of the other countries that are out there that don't have that opportunity? And we have people that are complaining about that, that are saying they want to leave this country because they feel that they don't have the right representation. Think about it. That's a tremendous gift to be able to have those all those opportunities I just mentioned, because there's other countries out there that don't have that. But freedom also comes with a responsibility. An informed citizen doesn't accept every headline without question. You have the right to question everything that's said, whether you agree with it or not. An informed citizen doesn't rely on a single source for every answer. An informed citizen reads, studies, and listens and thinks critically. How many of you have logged on to social media platforms lately? How many have just used those sources as your information? Some create their information from an AI with a face of a person whom they claim that comment came from. In other words, they created an AI image and put a comment underneath that person or over that person's face and said that they made that claim. I have seen that many times, and I followed up on that comment to find out that that was a false statement. Whether it was from a Democrat or a Republican, if it's false, don't claim it, don't follow it. Stay informed. You have the right to. Have you ever researched anything being said on those social media platforms? Try it. You'll be amazed at how many of those are false. Stay informed, because some of what is being said is false. Just like I mentioned, it's not true. They're just trying to get a rise out of you, trying to get a reaction from you, trying to get you to hate the other side. There's too much hate in this country right now without somebody else trying to get your temperature up. That doesn't mean everyone will reach out or have the same conclusion, but think about it. In fact, many people often disagree honestly. That's part of living in a free society. But our conversations are stronger when they're built on knowledge rather than on assumption. But when many people look at those social media platforms, they immediately assume what that person is saying is true. But look at what's being said and ask yourself, is this a true fact or is it fake? Many times, if you actually read it, it's probably fake. Research it. And many people assume that because someone is saying it or it is being repeated with what a leader said, that it must be true. Many times it's probably not a true fact. The founders expected citizens to stay engaged in civic life in everything. They knew that self-government only works when people understood or understand the system they're helping to govern. You are helping to govern our society. Everybody out there has a hand in it. Stay informed. As a coach, I've always told my players preparation creates confidence. The same principle applies to citizenship. The people we learn, the more we learn, the better prepared we are to make thoughtful decisions, participate in our communities, and contribute to the future of our country. Because our next generation that's coming up is looking for us for guidance. And right now, if you look around, the way we're guiding our future generation, they're confused. Are we teaching them and steering them in the right direction? That means we vote and question our leaders if we don't agree with them or what they're saying. No one says we have to agree with our down our party lines. Just because we're one party doesn't mean we have to agree with them. If we're Republican or Democrat doesn't mean you have to question you can't question what they're saying. Even if you vote against them or what they're saying, no one says you can't. If it goes against your values, vote against it. So here's the Constitution Corner. The First Amendment protects several essential freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of press, and the freedom to exercise religious, peaceful assembly, and the right to petition the government. The freedom helps create an environment where citizens can exchange ideas, ask questions, and participate in public life. In other words, you can ask questions. That's what it's for. But in no way does it mean you can infringe on your neighbor's rights. You can't sit there and get upset at him or her because they disagree with you. That's what makes us stronger, is because we disagree with each other. And we're able to come to the table and have a conversation, an intelligent conversation. They have the same rights as you and I, regardless of their political affiliation, race, color, creed, or religious background. So here's a little bit of history. James Madison believed that knowledge was essential to self-government. He wrote this: knowledge will forever govern ignorance. How true is that statement? Just think about that for a second. Knowledge will forever govern ignorance. Well, the quote is often shared in a longer form. Its central idea remains important. A free people benefits from being informed about their government and their rights. You have to be informed about what is going on out here in the country. It also means that knowledge is power, and power is knowledge. So being informed means that you're going to have the power and the knowledge to understand what's going on in the government. When they're saying something, like, you can question that. No, that's not right, or yes, that is right, and agree with them or disagree with them. You don't have to always agree with what the government says. So here's the verse of today. The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge. For the ears of the wise seek it out. Proverbs paragraph 18, verse 15. Seeking knowledge is an ongoing process. It requires humility, curiosity, and willingness to keep learning. That's what we're here for. No one says you can't stop learning. You have the right to do that as a citizen of the United States. You're given that right. That's one of your rights. We have we all have the right to learn. This keeps us informed and our government run running by the people. It keeps us informed. It keeps our government in check. It's another way to check and balance our government. So here's the question of the day. Where do you think citizens should go to learn more about America's history and government? Share your comments and recommendations below. I'd appreciate that because I'd like to listen to them or read up on them. So here's a coach's challenge for you today, for this week's. It's very simple. Choose one of the founding documents you've never read before. Now, most of us probably haven't read a lot of these here that I'm about to mention. The Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and I'm not saying the whole Constitution, but just pick parts of it. The Bill of Rights, or one of the federal papers. Just read a few pages. You might be surprised at what you discover. Learning is one of the greatest ways we honor the freedom we've inherited. Think about that. Learning is the greatest ways we honor the freedom we've inherited. Many of us take freedom for granted. We don't understand what we have. We sit there and we talk about, or there's several people that talk about wanting to leave this country. I don't think they really realize what they have. They sit there and talk about freedom of speech and they talk about wanting to leave this country in the same breath. Imagine leaving this country and going to another country that doesn't have those rights. There are several of them out there, lots of them to be exact. So here's my final whistle for today. Championship teams don't stop learning after the first few practices. They study, they improve, and they prepare. Our public deserves citizens who do the same thing. The future of America won't be shaped only by the elected officials. It will also be shaped by ordinary citizens, that's you and myself, who choose to stay informed, stay engaged, and never, never stop learning. Knowledge is the greatest form of service we can give our country. Because remember, as you learn, you are going to, many of you or some of you will also end up going into public office. You need to stay informed, learn about your society, learn about your place. So I'm Coach. Thank you for joining me here on Spin Cycle America. As we wrap up this first week of American Citizens Handbook, I want to thank each of you for taking this journey with me. So beginning next week, we're going to slow things down just a little bit and bring you just 2 deeper episodes each week going forward. I'm not going to go do one of these each day. I'm just going to drop them down to 2 a week. We'll spend more time exploring American history, the Constitution, citizenship, and principles that continue to shape our republic. So we're going to still keep on this for those 30 days that I was telling you about. Until then, keep reading, keep asking questions, and keep investing in your community. You all have a great day. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and take care of each other. God bless you, your family. God continue to bless the United States of America. And you all have an outstanding day. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week on the next episode of Spin Cycle America.